which is I think the Tigers will and should take a similar approach to the Wings this season, competitive up to the trade deadline, and then sell and preserve your core. And I think that's what's going to happen. Just based off what I've been hearing too as well, the Tigers are not they're not going to do anything rash. They're going to wait till the last possible minute to make a trade, and that's probably the right approach because at that point, you know exactly what you'll have in Cole Keith, some of your prospects too as well. The draft will have taken place, and so you'll have a better idea of what the farm system may look like too. Because if they did something now, I just don't think. I mean, you can continue to search the waiver wire, which is what they're doing anyways. I mean, the Tigers are is active on the waiver wire as a single guy on on Tinder or whatever. I don't know. That was a bad analogy, but my point is, the Tigers are doing.
They're swiping a lot.
But they're swiping left a lot. The point I'm trying to make is that it's simply put, they have to really. I think they have to stay put really and they will because they're going to continue to see what they have among their team. And so
I did see a comment from Sean Michael. He said trade deadline will dictate who wins this division. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that for the Tigers' sake because I know we talked about this on the last pod, but I don't really know if there's a win now trade that the Tigers could make to really push them to win this division. I think, I just don't think that player's out there. I think they need multiple players to really push this team to be a true playoff contender. So I don't think it would even make sense for the Tigers to really make a win now trade at the deadline.
Now, somebody had mentioned, I think there's a Ken Rosenthal article about the Reds. What now that Ellie De La Cruz is close to the big leagues and they've got Matt McLain up, like maybe they trade Jonathan India. Somebody mentioned that, and it's like, okay, well, that would be intriguing for the Tigers. I'm sure they'd be interested, but what do you have to give up to get Jonathan India? Is it Cole Keith? Is it Matt Manning and Cole Keith? Is it Gil Badu and Matt Manning? What do you have to do? So I don't know if they're in the business of trading for anybody like that, but there may be some bats out there. You never know. Also, why would the Reds get rid of them? I don't know. They just find a different spot for guys who can actually play.